Hey guys, we are going to make some sunscreen cream with a tallow base. This is going to be an awesome recipe. If you need the entire recipe, guys, remember, I have a Patreon with, oh my God, hundreds of recipes, skincare, candles, so much there, guys. If you click the link in the description box, it will take you straight to it. Without further ado, let's talk about what you're going to need to make this recipe. So you're going to need some rendered beef tallow, okay? I'm going to say that again, rendered beef tallow. So tallow has vitamins A, D, and K, and it helps restore the skin barrier and retain moisture without clogging the pores. Also, you're going to need some zinc oxide powder, and this is actually a broad spectrum physical sunblocks, and it blocks UVA and UVB. Okay, so it pretty much acts as a skin protectant. It's mild and anti-inflammatory. You will need a preservative as well. This is the preservative I use, but you could use Germar Plus or anything that you can find that's a broad spectrum preservative. I really love Amazon because you can get them pretty quick. And this is the vegetable glycerin that I will be using, and this vegetable glycerin is a humectant, so it draws moisture to the skin. Also, this is our vitamin E, guys, and you already know what vitamin E is. We'll be using sunflower oil because it's lightweight and it's fast absorbent, and we don't need anything that takes too long. And also, guys, we will be using Olive M1000, okay? Olive M1000. So, guys, you're going to need a heat-proof container for this particular project. That is all we are going to be using. So let's go ahead and make our recipe. So first thing first, you're going to take your distilled water, and inside your distilled water, you are going to add your vegetable glycerin. Now, the next thing you're going to do is add your emulsifying wax, and I am using Olive M1000. You can use regular emulsifying wax NF, but you just maybe need to use a little bit less because it'll be too thick. The next thing you're going to add is your sunflower oil or your jojoba oil, or you can use sweet almond oil, but just make sure that it's a very light oil. Now I'm going to add my zinc oxide to my oil. I can do it the other way around and I can add it to the water, but what I noticed about adding it to the water is it don't dissolve quick enough for me. So I found it to be better adding it to the oil. The next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and give it a nice mix. Now, guys, I did mix it in by hand, but behind the scenes, I ended up using my immersion blender. It was so important that I used my immersion blender because I wanted to make sure that all my ingredients was mixed in pretty well. Now, go ahead and mix your water phase with your oil / zinc oxide phase and mix everything together. Now listen, as you guys can see, mine was pretty hot. You want to make sure that your recipe is pretty hot when you're mixing it together. If it's not hot, you will have it looking like rice, okay? That is the biggest thing. You want to make sure it is really, really hot. So I think mine was about 113 or 115 degrees. So you guys can see the steam coming off of it. That is the way you want it to be. After mixing it, guys, I checked my temperature and it was actually 133 degrees. So it was pretty hot. So once you mix it, set it to the side and allow it to cool down. As it cools down, you will notice it start to thicken up. Now, it's not going to get so thick to where as though you can't handle it, you can't put it in a jar, but you want to make sure that you use your immersion blender throughout the whole process just to keep it from getting clumpy and lumpy. Now, that clumpy and lumpy texture usually come from the zinc oxide. So that is why it's so important while it's still warm to mix it as much as possible. This isn't just like a regular lotion or butter where you can just leave it sitting on the shelf and come back. No, guys, you want to make sure you pay close attention just so that it could be this texture right here. So this is what the texture looked like after you allow it to sit for quite some time. It's beautiful, it's thick, it's creamy, but guess what, guys? This is not your average lotion, so don't expect it to perform like one. In fact, you probably won't like how this lotion performed because you're going to think it dragged too much. But it's not about the drag. It's all about the zinc oxide. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into a container and I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what I mean. Okay guys, so you are going to take a very small amount and you are going to rub it into your skin until you see all of the white dissolve. And that right there lets you know that you are officially in SPF 30 zone. All right guys, love the video. See you later.